Xiaomi's new phone. They got a new device, the CC9 Pro, unveiled in China on Tuesday. It's got a kind of wild spec sheet considering the price. Now, you know how it goes with Xiaomi and the other Chinese competitors. You got to pack a hefty spec sheet or spreadsheet. Probably starts as a spreadsheet. And then you got to hit it with the low price tag because it's so competitive in those markets. So here it is, $400 with a 108 megapixel main sensor. How you gonna use? What's the size of each of those pixels? What are you gonna do, Will? How's your low light? Yeah. But I guess you got so many cameras on here. Who cares? Maybe that's good at one thing, and the other one you use for other things. A 20 megapixel ultra wide and an 8 megapixel telephoto that can do 5x optical zoom. There's a 12 megapixel sensor that specializes in bokeh shots and a 2 megapixel lens for macro shots. What? How many? Holy, what did I just even, is that 4, 5? What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It doesn't look like 5 cameras on the back, but I guess that tiny little lens there must be the bokeh one. That's bananas. It's also got a 32 megapixel selfie camera on the front. So if you are a spec chaser, then this is going to be compelling to you if you just want some huge numbers on paper. As far as the performance is concerned, I can't speak to it for obvious reasons. But we are talking about some intense versatility in the camera department just on the sheet. You got to admit that at least. The other specs here, 6.47-inch AMOLED display with a water drop notch, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 storage, a massive 5260 milliamp hour battery, 5260, Will. And that'll support 30-watt quick charging. Now, the one letdown for the flagship buyers is the fact that it has a 700 series Snapdragon processor, which is the mid-range processor. Of course, that's likely what helps you get down to the $400 price point. But still, even that package right there, the 700 series Snapdragon tend to be good on battery too. So then you got 5260 milliamps with the fast recharge. How often you have to be plugged in? Not very often. So $400 for the baseline 6 gig RAM, 128 GB storage, goes all the way up to $500 for the premium edition, which is going to give you more RAM, more storage. And it probably will not be available outside of China, unfortunately, but the company is hosting an event in Spain where it will announce the Mi Note 10. And that's going to have probably similar specs, or at least take some of the DNA from this particular device. So exciting times for the budget buyers, mid-range buyers, people with $300 to $400. You're not getting left out. And in some cases, you're actually experiencing features that even flagship devices don't have, even though you're not bringing the $1,000 price tag, the $1,000 checkbook with you when you go to checkbook. Imagine that. Imagine you try to buy an iPhone with a check, smartphone with a check. They'd kick you right out the store.
The cashier has to do that scanning thing.
Oh, right. The
carbon copy.
Old-fashioned thing?
Yeah.
Make a copy of it. Wow, that'd be pretty wild. I remember I have a story. I'm not going to get into it completely today.
No, please do.
No. It's a long story. One day I'll get into it. It's about trying to buy iPhones with cash back in the day. And my God, what a time that was. It's for a whole different reason. I can't get into it right now. I'm telling you, it's a long story. You guys stay tuned.
With cash?
Hey, you got to stay tuned for that, man.
People still do it.
No, you can't. It's not easy. No, it's not easy.
I see.
Especially not if you need to buy a bunch. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a cliffhanger. That's our first real. This is HBO. You're watching HBO. HBO Go. This is a Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Lou.
Yeah, this is a game. Yeah. House of Stark house. You understand? You understand that, Will?
Yeah, sure.
It's a long-standing history and origin over here. It's medieval.
The Lou banner.
Yeah, then we're gonna do it right over here. Oh, reminds me. This back here, we're looking for submissions for new artwork, and we have the resolution.
It's 12,800 by 3,200.
So give us our new Stark banner. Don't do Game of Thrones, please. I didn't mean that. But do something cool that would fit into this set, and we're going to throw it up there. Fan-generated. You could be, your piece of artwork could be up there. I mean, or don't. We don't. It's cool. You want to take a nap or something, that's fine too. But if you have something cool that you want to put up there, send your submissions to will@loulater.com. Right?
Yeah.
You don't seem happy about this.
Maybe subject the title with the banner. Just so I know.
Which ones to click on?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you get the subject correct. And I look forward to checking these out because it's been stagnant. We had the same stuff up there for so long. So, and for those of you just listening, we're talking about the big giant TV array that sits behind me. Anyhow, yeah, Xiaomi, crazy new phone. It keeps getting crazier, doesn't it? 108 megapixels. You can't use all those. I mean, it's a cool number nonetheless, 108.